All right, guys and girls, welcome back to another free real estate school training. And today we're going to keep this training kind of short, but it's going to be all about DealMachine.
And anytime that works for you, your house don't need it. We'll throw cash at it so fast, don't know what to do.
All right, guys and girls, welcome back to another free real estate school training. I am your host, David Dodge, and today we're going to keep this training kind of short, but it's going to be all about DealMachine. And DealMachine just launched a new feature, and I want to just play around with the feature today. It's basically integrating ChatGPT AI into the DealMachine app, and it is such a cool tool because I believe it's live on the mobile app as well, but you can also use it on the computer. So you can use it in both places. But one of the things that I really like about it is it allows us to get some detailed information. It allows us to help calculate offers and kind of determine if you are going to have a deal. It also helps you determine different exit strategies and all this cool stuff. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and jump on in. By the way, use code DealMachine.com, code DAVE, D-A-V-E, and it's going to give you a free trial if you haven't already signed up. You get $30 worth of free deal credits, which essentially can go towards 175 free skip traces, absolutely free, or up to 50 postcards. So you can go start sending mail for free today, and or skip tracing sellers' information to get their phones and emails and contact information so you can start reaching out to these folks. I've been using DealMachine for like 6 years, 5 or 6 years. It's an amazing product. But once you get access, and let's say that you are, wanting to find some leads, right? So here's some recent driving for dollars routes that you can see on the map that it color codes. It's really, really cool. But let's just say, just for sake of today's conversation, that I want to look at this little property right here. All right, this is a property owned by Thomas and Mary Newport. I can select more information and I can see some information. This is a totally random lead, right? 1425 Silverton Place. You can see when they bought it, what they paid for it, what equity they have. You see all this cool information. But if I click this little button down at the bottom right there, you can see that there's an AI assistant in here. I think they're calling it Alma. Don't quote me on that, but I think so. Oh yeah, right here. Hello, I'm Alma. It's Alma, your AI real estate guide. I'm still in the process of learning, so please be kind. But what inquiries do you have about this particular address? And if I want to say, hey, help me analyze the property, and it actually gives you some prompts that you can use. So I just said, hey, let's use one of their pre-made prompts. Hey, what kind of investment strategy are you looking to use? So now I can actually say, hey, I'm looking potentially wholesale it or fix and flip it or buy and hold it, or even never mind to exit out of that prompt. But let's just say that I'm looking to potentially wholesale this deal, right? And it's going to say, based on the provided information, we're going to give you a max allowable offer of $238,000. And guess what? The loan amount on this property is $199. So the difference, the max allowable offer minus the loan amount, is $39,000 and change. Since the difference is a positive number, this property could be a good wholesale deal. Holy cow, this is just one random property that I selected on. So the AI is amazing. Now, you can also add in your own prompts, right? Or you can use their specific ones. So we've already analyzed the property. How awesome is that? Now we can say, how do I get in touch with the seller, right? So that could be the next question that we may want to ask. And ideally, you just use the skip tracing inside of DealMachine to locate the seller's contact information, phone number, email, so on and so forth. But I'm curious on what this prompt is going to give us back. You can also run comps inside of DealMachine, which is really, really cool. All right, how do I get in touch with the seller? It's thinking. It says error, there's an overload of requests. Hey, no big deal. Let's do a different prompt here. Hey, help me write an SMS message to send to the owner. I love that. Oh, look at this. Hey, Thomas, David here. I came across your property on Silverton Place and I'm interested in buying it. Are you open to selling? Let's chat. Thanks. Holy cow. That is awesome. Let's take a look at some of these other prompts, right? Hey, help me write a cold call script. So something that I may want to say if I'm going to cold call this particular seller. Hi, may I speak with Thomas? And then he says, speaking, who is this? And I say, hey, Thomas, my name is David, and I came across your property over Silverton. I'm interested in potentially buying it. Would you have a few minutes to chat about it? Sure, I have some time. What would you like to know? And then boom, there's your script. It's writing out the script and it's giving you different scenarios and different things to say, depending on how they may answer. It's telling you what questions to ask. And this is awesome. It's only going to get better. It's only going to get better every day, but it's already an amazing tool to help those that are new and they don't know what to say. They don't know what questions to ask. It's giving you all the information that you need to take to the conversation to get the ball rolling. All right. So let's say now that we want to maybe calculate an offer price. So again, here's the max allowable offer. We kind of did this a little earlier when we were talking about analyzing, but this is going to be a little bit different. It's actually going to give us an estimated repair value. It's going to give us, an estimated after repair value. It's going to give us the estimated repair cost. It's going to give us an estimated wholesale fee. And then basically it's going to calculate an exact offer that we can make that's going to incorporate the ARV, the repairs, and the wholesale fee. Look at that. That is so crazy awesome. Okay, what else do we have here? Hey, help me find a title company. Oh man, if you're new and you don't already have an established relationship with a title company, this is going to help you find one. This particular one didn't give me a result, but I've done this 5 or 6 times on other examples and it's given me local companies. So sometimes you may need to play with it, right? You may even want to modify your search prompts and you can just say, hey, help me find a title company in, I don't even know what zip code this is, but let's just say 63144, right? You can just find the actual thing. And then all of a sudden it's going to say, hey, here is a couple different title companies that are going to be in the area. So you could use the exact address or even the zip code. This one right here, I'm not sure if it's doing it in my zip code. It looks like these are 63144s. So not necessarily in the random lead that I just selected here online, right? But you can obviously add additional questions outside of their prompts. So we got title partners, investors, accurate title, Midland title, metropolitan title. So you have a bunch of different options there. Let's see what else. Help me calculate repairs on this property. All right. According to the information provided, condition of the property is listed as excellent. However, there's an estimated repair cost provided of about 40 grand with an estimated repair cost of $10 to $20 a foot. So I think they're probably using 15 a foot. Yep, they certainly are. Look at that. They're even going to show you how they came up with that. And then, based upon your conversation with the seller, if it's less than 15 a foot, then, it's going to be less. You can use the math, or even this AI tool to help you determine it. So let's just say, recalculate this repair estimate with, let's just go something random, with $23 a foot. May want to spell it right so it knows what I'm saying. And we'll say please so we can be kind, and it's going to say, all right, based upon, and then hopefully it uses 23 a foot. It does. 23 times 2680. Now we're at $60,000 in repairs. This is game changer, folks. Look how cool this is. And this is any particular lead. Let's go use it differently. Let's use this one right next door here, a couple doors down, right? We got these folks here, and let's just do some other different prompts here. So let's say, help me practice negotiating. Sure. Here's 5 objections the seller may have. I think the offer is too low. They're going to tell you how to overcome that objection. Number 2, I have received other offers that are higher than yours. How do you respond to these things? How do you overcome these objections? I mean, this is really, really awesome. This is game changer, especially for those that are new. They may not know how to calculate the right offer. They may not know how to overcome. They may not know what questions to ask, or how to open the call, or what message to send in an SMS, right? And then really the answer is do something versus nothing. That's always going to be a better solution. Do something versus nothing, right? But if you're looking for specifics on how to overcome specific objections, it's going to be able to help you. All right, we're flying through this training. This is great. Help me practice negotiating. So we did. How do I find cash buyers for this particular property? right? It's going to tell you, it's going to give you some different examples that you can use. Number one, go network. Number one, maybe go pull a cash buyer's list. Number three, advertise your deal on social medias, right? Work with an agent. And we do that from time to time on our own deals. We do all of these things. Attend auctions and find people buying properties at auctions. I love that approach. I've done that a lot of times in the past, so on and so forth. So you got these prompts that you can use. And I think there's maybe one more. How do I find renters? Look at this. And these are going to be great prompts that you can use on all these properties. But the main thing is that you can also get creative, like I did earlier. It's not wanting me to scroll while it's typing here. You can get creative and you can ask questions, outside of the box. So let's go ahead and play with that and just kind of ask some questions outside of the box. And maybe these questions are, factual, like how long have they owned the property? Let's see if it can search that. The data is updated and it looks like they've owned the property since December 15 of 2022. So it's not that long of a time in this particular scenario, but some people might. How much equity do they have in the property? And again, this is just a totally random property. I don't know these people. I don't know this address. I'm just using this as a demonstration for this AI software update. Current value is 309, less the mortgage amount. So it looks like they got about 37 grand worth of equity. How awesome is that? Do you think they would consider selling it? I have no clue. Let's see what Alma thinks. I can't determine their intentions, which is to be expected. But hey, can't hurt to ask. Can't hurt, right? How many square feet? Let's spell that out so it knows. Is the lot? It's just random, right? Well, the lot acreage of the property is approximately 0.09. So roughly 10%. It's going to even give you the square footage of an acre, and then it's going to break it down. So it's about 4,000 square feet or a tenth of an acre, roughly. This can be so great. Do they have a loan on the property? Watch this, on the property, which I already know they do. And how much is their estimated monthly payment? Maybe I'm going to make a creative offer and I'm going to offer to buy the property subject to or with seller financing. Well, it's basically saying, hey, we think that they have a loan with this particular bank at this amount. And, based on a 30-year loan, the payment should roughly be around $1,383. I don't know if that includes taxes and insurance. Let's ask, does this include taxes and insurance? It may or it may not. Based on the information provided, the payment would be $888, includes principal and interest only, and does not include property and taxes. So with the property taxes and insurance, it's going to be roughly there. So you guys can see how this can be such an amazing tool. I'm just using random addresses that I'm clicking on here to get information at your fingertips. And the beautiful thing is this doesn't cost any extra. This is included with your monthly DealMachine package or subscription. I love it. And that's it. I don't even want to keep going because there's endless things that we could do. Let's keep the training short, but you got to check it out. And even if you're going to go do a free trial, you get this included. It's part of the trial. It'll help you figure out what to say to sellers, how to approach them, how to draft a call or a text or a script, what they owe, all these different things. How big's the lot? What's the estimated repairs? What's the offer amount? How do I find title companies? How do I find buyers? It's all there. It's awesome. It's awesome. Okay, we do have a quick question here. Stella says, does it know if it has a lien on it? Absolutely. Assuming that lien is, publicly recorded, which most of them are. If it's a friend that lent them some money on it and it's a private loan, it may not know that because it's private, right? But anything that's going to be publicly recorded, like a true lien is going to typically be publicly recorded. It should be able to pull that information. So yes. Is the ARV and estimated repairs pretty accurate? Does this work in any state? I'm in Texas. It does work in any state, assuming that the information is public information. Now, there are some states that are non-disclosure states. There's even some counties that are non-disclosure counties. And if that's the case, the loan may not be public information. So to answer that question, it's going to kind of depend. But, from experience, 90% of areas or more, the information's out there. You can find it. And if you can find it, it can find it. Alma is, again, part of ChatGPT, and it's now connected to the internet. So it can actually go pull and scrape this information in real time in milliseconds and provide it to you. Saves you tons and tons of time. Is the ARV and estimated repairs accurate? Well, yes and no. It's as accurate as it can be with the data that's provided to it, but it doesn't know the repairs, right? You have to go determine those repairs or ask the seller how much repairs. It's going to give you average amount of repairs that are typically needed on a property that's as old as it is or has been owned by an owner for as long as it has, right? It's going to give you those numbers. In terms of the ARV, that's an algorithm, just like Zillow or local MLSs use to determine what properties ARVs are going to be. It's an algorithm pulling other sold properties in the area. So again, it's only going to be as good as the data that it has around it. If you're out in the middle of the country, the quality of that data might be, not as good or not as high. If you're in a densely populated area, like my examples, where they're going to easily see, hey, there's been 4 or 5 sold properties in the last 6 months that were similar square foot, similar age, they sold for this. So, the more data sets that we have or that it has to run its algorithms and to run its calculations, the better. From experience, I've only been playing with it for a couple of days. It's pretty good, and the best way for me to determine if it's going to be, or for you, all of us, determine if it's good or bad in your area is to go play with it. So I'd highly recommend you guys go get a free trial. I'm going to drop the link in the Zoom here. I'm also going to drop that link in the call replay today. Alma, DealMachine's brand new AI tool. I absolutely love it. It's amazing. Again, guys, use code DAVE when you sign up, DAVE. That's my name, as well as the link that I'm going to share below the call replay. Not only is it going to give you that free trial, but you're going to get access to the mobile app. You're going to have access to the computer or an iPad or a tablet or whatever you want that way. But you're also, this is the best part, not only are you going to get that free trial and that access, but you're going to get $30 worth of free deal credits. Even if you don't move forward after 7 days, go get a free trial. Go test it out. Go use the 175 free skip traces. What do you got to lose? Go send 50 postcards. Send 1 or 2 to your house, just so you can see how much time it takes and how it looks and how it works. So that way, when you start sending them to strangers and prospects and other property owners and sellers, that you can make sure that you're seeing what's going to happen, right? You want to test the marketing out. And of course, 175 skip traces. It doesn't have to be one or the other, by the way. It doesn't have to be 175 skip traces or $50 or 50 free postcards. It can be a mix. Maybe you want to go send 20 or 30 postcards, and there's still going to be credits left over for you to go maybe do, 40 or 50 skip traces. So you can play with how you want to spend that free $30 worth of deal credits. It's such an awesome, awesome, awesome tool. All right, guys, that was 20-minute training. That might be a record for me because I'm a talker, but that's it. It's so simple. Keep it simple. All right. DealMachine has got AI. AI is the big trend right now. All right. I'm typically not going to go chase a bunch of random AI products that are going to be shiny, but I'm already using DealMachine and they've brought it in. So to me, it's just a no-brainer. Why would I not want to use this extra tool whenever I'm out driving for dollars or researching a property? And if you're brand new, what better way to help figure out what a good offer would be? What better way to figure out what exit strategy might make the most sense by using the data that's out there in the AI to help you? And you may not agree with every answer that you get, and just know this is new. And sometimes it may have wrong data or bad data, right? So again, do your due diligence as always, but having this ability to help run comps and determine a good offer and to see if this is even a deal or not, or, ask simple questions like, what's the square foot? How many beds? How many baths? What's the lot size? How long have they owned it? How much equity? All of these things are only going to be better information and more information for you to have and to know, to educate yourself on prior to having that conversation, or even maybe while you're on the phone with them, right? To verify things or to learn. It's amazing. So guys, girls, anybody and everybody, check it out. There's a free trial. I highly encourage you to go check it out. It is awesome. And that's it. That's today's free training from Real Estate School. If you're not already in school, guys, head on over to reiskool.com. Join. It's free right now. At some point, we're going to probably start charging. In fact, I know we are. It's on the board. But right now, if you join, it's free for life for anybody that comes on in the next probably 2 or 3 weeks. You're going to get free access to this amazing community. There's tons of free training, tons of courses on wholesaling and landlording and real estate data and private lenders and just amazing stuff. We're adding new stuff every day. This is one of those. So that's it. You guys have a great day. Talk soon. Go get yourself a free trial. You're going to love it. I'm loving it. Can't wait. See you guys.
Easy, we close fast and anytime that works for you. Your house don't need it. We'll throw cash, it hits so fast, don't know what to do. Wanted to care to keep it, no declutter.